Okay, so I just squished it a little bit. That seems about right. It is a little bit filthy. I'm gonna run the water and clean it in there. And this is the gold box, the reflector, and this is the beam, the laser beam. Okay, so you remember the rubber, this little tiny piece. It's very essential because that creates the vacuum seal, so it won't leak out. So it's very important to make sure that they are all the way in the edge before you put on the plastics and screw it on. Okay, and I'll put you guys back down here. Okay, a second. I'm sorry I didn't really prepare for recording today, so this is a bit slow. Okay, there we go. I hope you guys see everything. This is really not important. I'm not lazy and not running to the car to get the glue and stick it right. Okay, so goes here and then it's tilted. I hope you actually really see what is going on. Okay, now let's seal it back. Now let's see what's going on here. It looks like it's melted. Well, I'll try it anyways, and if no, I hope I should have it. I think I should have a spare piece of that. If no, let's see. This goes here. Second one goes here. It's a very simple fix. Okay. The thing is, you have to be very careful here. You can't touch with your hands anything there on the inside because your hands have sweat. The sweat transfers electricity. This laser, the cooling system, the water works on water that the cooling system works with water that connects directly on to the laser beam itself. So we use water that doesn't transfer electricity. So water that doesn't transfer electricity to the point of 0, 0, 0. You have a water tester, which is an electricity tester in water, and it has to always be on 0, 0, 0. That's why you replace the filter in water very often, which does annoy the customers, but it's very essential. Now, the gold box, you don't touch either. Well, that I don't think would be the biggest problem. It screws in, and it has to be completely flat. You have to be careful with that. Sometimes it goes in diagonal, and people try and push it, and they will break the reflector on the inside, the floor plate, which is a small glass in between that protects them from each other. Alright, now this is sealed. Get back going in. There we go. This is sealed. You don't want to tighten it too much. And this these, you want to close them, all of them, until that they're touching, no more than touching the screw. Well, like just going a little bit in. Okay, that screw is a problematic one. We'll do the last one. There. You want to just close them until you can, as hard as you can with 2 fingers. This is what I always do. This one has a bit of a problem. You see, he's not even touching when it gets hard. The rubber there is a little thick. It's okay. And then here you feel the tension. Okay. There you go. Until it's really tight. You want to tighten them like you tighten knots in your car or your truck. Go from one side to the other. That way it's all going to be even. And this has to be very tight because it's the vacuum seal for the water system. These two. There's 6 screws. I noticed something every time I open these boxes. I can open all 3 of these and no water will come back to the bottle, but when I open this, everything comes down. Now you should be careful because always when you open it, water will come out of here if you fill it up right. Well, if you fill it up a little bit over than white. What I usually do before I open, I empty out water. Today I forgot, and that's why there is a lot of paper here that's it's tissue paper which sucks up the water. Okay, now all done, all sealed. These, they look like pieces of crap. They're very important because they protect the filth from getting into the YAG or the laser or anything. Here we go. Put them back. Now, I don't know if you noticed, I turned on the water. That's the first thing you do. You want to make sure that it's all filled with water. So I don't just turn on the water and walk away. I turn on the water and make sure that the air bubbles are coming out. One second, I think I'm going to hold you. Yeah. Okay, so you see over here, there's still air. That's why you can see the water. There you go. You need to squeeze it a bit to make sure that there's no air here or here. You want no air in the system. Okay. Now you always, in order to get out the air out of the system, you press hard. This valve that goes up, it always has to be facing up because the air comes out of here and it goes in, instead of going through the filter, because this goes into the filter and comes out over here on the bottom. This goes out on the top, on the outside, and then that's the air has a place to escape. See, there you go. There was a few bubbles. I did not plan that, but that was great. Okay, now I usually leave this running for like 5 minutes, so I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna put you guys down and make sure it works, and then I'll just seal the laser, which everybody should know. The only thing you should know, very important when you close the laser, is to remember to put the ground electric connectors back into the laser.